Hello and welcome to the first lesson of the factoring unit. Today we're going to be dividing out common factors. Remember from our polynomials unit that to expand this expression we would distribute the 2x into each term of the expression, and we would get 6xm plus 2xn minus 4xp. We're now going to go in the opposite direction and break a polynomial expression into its factors. You've done this with numbers before. If we write 15 and then write it as a product of factors, we would write 5 times 3. And when you simplify a fraction, like 12 over 15, you would write each number as a product of its factors. 4 times 3 over 5 times 3. And then you would cancel out a common factor. We're going to do a similar thing with expressions. Let's start small. If we have 2x plus 6, we can write it as 2 times x plus 2 times 3. And you can see it has a common factor of 2. Each term has a common factor of 2, and we can factor it out like this. 2 times x plus 3. In fact, I can factor out any number or variable that all the terms of a polynomial have in common. For example, 4a minus 4. You can see both terms have a common factor of 4, and we can factor it like this. 4 times a minus 4 times 1. And now we can divide out the common factor of 4 to get 4 times a minus 1. The common factor doesn't have to be a number. For example, xm plus xy minus xp. You can see the common factor in this case is an x, and I can factor that out to get x times m plus y minus p. The common factor can be a binomial. If we look at this one, n times n minus 1 plus 8 times n minus 1. You can see the common factor in this case is n minus 1. And so we can factor to get n plus 8 times n minus 1. Let's do a couple of examples together. During these, you can pause the video at any point in order to give yourself time to decide what to do. Let's divide the common factor out of these expressions. xy plus xz plus 2xw. You can see the common factor is x, and if we divide it out and write it as a product of factors, we have x times y plus z plus 2w. Now let's try 5ab plus 15bc plus 10bd. You can see the common factor is 5b. If we divide 5b out of each term and write it as a product of factors, we have 5b times a plus 3c plus 2d. Now here's a few to try on your own. The answers are at the bottom of the notes sheet. Write them down, find the common factor, and then write them as a product of factors.